Hi, my name is Sammy, and I'll be discussing the Meditations of First Philosophy by Descartes. I've just written some notes to make my presentation more clear. As an old man, Descartes realizes that some of the things he firmly believed to be true when he was younger were not actually true. So in his retirement, he questions himself as to whether or not the things he knows are actually real and true. He expresses doubt about the truth of everything, in particular materialistic things. Through these meditations, he tries to rid himself of all his own opinions and rebuild the foundations of his knowledge with a scientific basis. He starts his meditation questioning and receiving information through his senses, arguing that he can still do that in a dream. So how does he know when he is actually awake? My first impression when reading these meditations was their similarity to the movie Inception. They are about a very abstract topic, challenging what info is true, and that is a similar plot of Inception. There are layers of a dream, but their bodies are still semi-conscious, and they have certain techniques to help them identify reality. Descartes constantly refers to being awake and asleep, and how we can tell the difference between the two. He acknowledges that some things, such as color and shape, are more simple, while other things are composite, and therefore more abstract, dubious, and uncertain. Using a science lens, he gives examples of physics and medicine as composite, and arithmetic and geometry as simple. In Meditation 1, as he philosophizes, Descartes gets to the point where, although he definitely believes in a God, he has to question what God's nature is like, or the existence of an evil genius, that is purposely deceiving him. Descartes proposes to resolve his doubt by not relying only on his opinions, but trying to balance his prejudice by allowing himself to view the opinion of others as well. In Meditation 2, Descartes tries to apply this new stance. He questions if he will ever believe anything to be certain again. From his new viewpoint, Descartes now questions the existence of God, the devil, and his own actuality. He asks, "What am I?" and doubts his beliefs about what is a man. He spends time breaking down the ideas of body and soul. After breaking down the elements, the only thing he can say for sure is that he is a thing which thinks. He acknowledges that existence doesn't depend on what he knows, and also declares that imagination is not useful as a tool for understanding any more about himself. Here's a quote from what he concludes to. "But what then am I? A thing which thinks. What is a thing which thinks? It is a thing which doubts, understands, affirms, denies, wills, refuses, which also imagines." And just goes on to discuss the concepts of truth, certainty, perception, and senses, doubting how we can know with certainty, using the example of the B-wax and its changing characteristics. He determines to let the revelations of his meditation sink in and to focus on the new understanding in order to resolve his doubts. Something that I radically doubt is the birth of the universe and evidence to support it. There are lots of different theories and that have varied evidence, and they're all widely disputed between religion and science, and diversity of perspective makes it much harder to realize which one is the truth.